हेलो एवरीबॉडी, गुड इवनिंग, नमस्कार दोस्तों। आज मेरे साथ है मिस्टर शिव कुमार जयचंद्रन एंड इनके बारे में मैं जो भी बोलूँ वो कम है। ही इज़ एन एस स्कैल्पर। मैं इनसे फर्स्ट सबसे पहले गोवा में मिली थी और इनका सेशन फेस टू फेस कॉन्क्लेव में इट जस्ट वूड मी टोटली कि कितना साइंटिफिक तरीके से ये ऑप्शन स्कैल्पिंग करते हैं एंड ओवर 15 years of experience he is having in this and सबसे ज़्यादा खुशी की बात ये हुई थी कि ऑप्शंस हमेशा एक मिथ है कि ऑप्शन बायर्स को हमेशा नुकसान होता है। 95% of people do lose money while buying options and he beautifully taught us how option buying can actually help generate constant returns and he's generated this consistent returns by a very scientific rule. He's an entrepreneur by nature, Shiva, and he's founded a startup also. And the best part is, yes, both of us, share the same mission that we need to empower the retail investors of India because derivative markets itself, takes a lot from us, lot from the retail investors. So if we actually do that in a proper way, in a consistent manner, yes, we can generate that alpha out of derivative markets, specifically buying options. So, yes, Shiva, welcome to this YouTube live and
Thanks
evening.
for the introduction, Suchi, and I hope the session helps a lot of people, and especially the market. The way the market has been behaving in the last 1 2 months, many would have been having a lot of challenges, especially in terms of the buying. The biggest challenge, what people have been over like and not able to understand is, these guys have played it in the high VIX regime. When the VIX was high, naturally the IV levels of all the index strikes would have been high. So in those scenarios, there would have been like a movements would have been a lot more, and these guys would have been so comfortable. But in the last 2 3 months, when the VIX is hovering around 10 to 12 or 13 odd range, hardly you will see any premiums, and IV levels will be very low. So these are the factors that they needed to adapt to it. So these things will tend to happen time to time. So market will be presenting you different opportunities, sometime for the buyers, sometime for the sellers, sometime for the straddle players. So we needed to know which is suitable for us and then make money. Yes, this particular market would have tested the patience of many traders. Even today, many would have seen the market that there is going to be a lot of opportunities. Yes, market potentially gave opportunities both on the downside and also upside. Only thing is how we decode the data and how we look at the charts and then take trading decisions according to that. So let me just share my screen so that it will be easy for me to explain what are the things and where are the trading opportunities which was available today.
Yes.
Okay, let
Sure.
me
Also,
just.
like, last 1 week, I think last 10 days, when the market has actually rallied around 1,000, 1,200 points, it's always been gap up. And intraday, there's been like, absolutely a sidebound range, a sideways range. And that is where, it's been very challenging for an intraday options trader uh, to actually carve out something for himself. Uh, so,
So I totally agree. That is something a pattern which we call it. So there will
mhm.
be a week wherein you will see only the straddle players or the overnight players make money. There will be a week only, say for example, the intraday players will be able to make money.
Hmm.
Yes, last 2 weeks would have been different, wherein the market would have just given you an opportunity for the overnight players. But today
Hmm.
was a perfect day. Why I say perfect day? Even I was expecting a consolidating market in the morning, and it just behaved consolidating. If you look at the
Hmm.
charts, so from 9:15 to almost 11:30, there was absolutely nothing. So market would have been moving 50 to 100 points here and there, but it didn't give you much of rewards in terms of the options premium. But what happened post that? If you look at the candles which got formed, 11:42, clear downside move with two consecutive bars. This is something which you guys will be learning in the two candle theory, like in part of my e-learn markets masterclass. So this is
Hmm.
a perfect two candle theory. So how do I say that two candle? Two consecutive bars of more than 50K in volume, and our entry will be normally in the third candle with the first candle high as a stop loss. Imagine if I'm a short on the futures, I will be entering on the third candle with the first candle high as the stop loss. And if I'm a scalper, I will need to keep quickly looking at the previous candle high and then keep revising my stop loss. But if I'm a positional player, I can hold this till this level, probably 100, 200 points in my favor. Then I can revise my stop loss to this and then to this. Once this particular level is getting hit, I may needed to exit. But imagine, even if you're a scalper entering at around 43,560 odd level or 53,550 odd levels, within 15 minutes, you would have easily got around 100 to 150 points. That should be more than sufficient as a scalper for the intraday.
Yes,
Followed by that, okay, so even if I would have missed that opportunity, there was a minor resistance which was happening around the super trend area. This is normally a rejection trade which we normally look for. But what is that which also needed to be noted today is Bank Nifty on a daily time frame was hovering near to the 200-day moving average. Whenever you look at the 20-day or 50-day or the 200-day moving average, these are like a very, very critical points. And if you look at it, Bank Nifty has been hovering around this probably due to the RBI news. The last week we got the market started tanking, but it is coming near to the crucial zone.
yeah.
Even though the data is saying completely bearish, but I would wait for this level to give up with volume. Unless and until 200-day moving average is not giving up, then this is the time for you to take a reversal trade. So combining the daily or the intraday charts also with a 3-minute chart, you should be able to take a decision for the morning and also for the afternoon. Morning, you got an opportunity to play on the downside. Second off, you got an opportunity to play on the upside. So even here, I'll just show you the data. The data was very giving us a perfect clue. So we are using the OI pulse. The OI pulse right from the morning has been giving us the signals that Shiva, this particular market is trying to falter. You needed to look for all the opportunities on the downside. Perfect opportunity was given in the morning, and it gave the downside opportunities. Even the trending OI data, which we were looking at it, this is something the users will be learning it part of the masterclass. So from yesterday till today, this is the 22nd data. I'll just show it on a 16-minute time frame. So if you look at the data has been bearish from the morning, and I'll just show you from the positional data that is from yesterday. Even yesterday, most of the time the data was bearish, which is clearly suggesting, Shiva, this is where any rise in the morning is expected to be sold. And considering today is a Bank Nifty expiry, look at the way the OI data changed in the morning. Almost 3 crores on the call side, only 1.5. 5 crores, 2.5. They've been consistently adding more and more OI on the call side compared to the put side, which is a clear sign that sellers are creating more and more positions on the call side. Now, yes, what is happening in the second half? Beyond a point, after 12:30, if you look at it, they were not able to add any more call strike. They are not adding any fresh positions, which is a clear sign we needed to be really, really careful. If some seller they are not adding any more position, that means the market is expected to form a base, and there is a possibility the market can stay there or it can reverse from that level. How can I know whether it is going to be reversing from that level? If the OI is going to consistently stay there and we are starting to add more positions on the put side, that means they say, Shiva, the premiums were higher on the put side. Now it is time for me to go and concentrate on the put strikes as well. So call strikes for short covering, the moves will be going up. Here, all the premiums which is available on the put side, they have started to write. And how will I be able to see it? Even in the option chart. Imagine, look at the 43,300. So if you look at it, they have been consistently falling till almost around, this is at 218. The bigger OI got for almost 1.4 crore on 43,300. From there, the reversal took, and the strike which was trading at 18, quickly it went to 140, 150 odd levels and then closed somewhere around 150 odd levels. Imagine I being a seller. In the morning, I would have enjoyed the entire rally from 425 till 18. Even at the end of the day close, I would be happy because from 425, I'm still making money. But who will be the writers who would have lost the money? Anybody who would have entered in the second half after like 100 odd rupees or like in 50 or 18. Some of the penny sellers, these guys have been the ones who have been literally thrashed in the last 1-2 months or so. Why? There has been sudden movements which has been happening because of the short covering moves and other things. Imagine from 1.5 crore, immediately your like an open interest goes down to 50 lakhs. That means 1 crore open interest is going out of the system. All these guys are ready to cover their positions in whatever the price that is available. That means, imagine I have been selling from morning at 400. I don't mind covering my positions at 100 or 70 or whatever it is. Why? Still, I will be making money. But the guy who's like selling his position at 18 or 20 or 50, he will be the one who will be losing the money. So this is something which I needed, like, and users needed to track. These are the things we have covered in the course. I think the course material will definitely help the traders to understand how this is going to be useful for them. There are plenty of opportunities which was available today. So looking at these basic data, they should be able to get some clues.
Shiva, two questions here. So
Mhm.
one thing is that is this theory and is this scalping, whatever we learn in this master class, is it
Mhm.
applicable only to the indices Nifty Bank Nifty, or is
Yes.
it applicable to any other instruments
No.
also?
Currently it applies only to the indices, and even when I say indices, it needed to be a matured one. When I say matured one, bank nifty, probably for
Not
film
for Nifty.
nifty we can use it. But I
Okay.
would sincerely say people to stay away from the mid cap or the sensex or the bankex at this current juncture, because the futures are the ones which is not getting traded with volume, so there is an easy possibility of manipulation happening. So please do not try to play on other indices except bank nifty, nifty and fin nifty.
Okay. And Shiva, there's a question by Mr. Azhar that how much capital tentatively can be deployed in starting from like 50,000, and how much percent can we actually can we take it per day? Like,
Okay.
can we
So
actually trade it?
initially, I normally recommend to trade with one or two lots. So considering it's, if you are going to be a buyer, you don't require much above 50K. And the most
Mhm.
important thing, don't try to increase your capital until and unless you find your mojo. When I say find your mojo, at least for a period of 3 to 6 months, you should be trying to trade with one, two lots. See whether you are
Mm.
consistently profitable. When I say consistently profitable, out of 20 days, at least you should be making money on 15 days. Losing money on 5 days, still it is fine.
Yeah.
Even if you are able to make 1% a day on a smaller
Mhm.
capital, if you're doing option buying, yes, you will definitely be able to make more than 1%. But if you're able to consistently retain that 1%, close to 10 or 15% a month, you should be really, really like and be happy. The reason why I say that, within 5 to 6 months, you will see your capital getting double. When I say capital getting double, like in for one or two lot player, imagine you're just deploying around 20K. You would have normally made like 20 to 12, almost 25K in a 6 months period. Then
Mm.
take out your capital, only use your profits to trade from there so that you can keep compounding it there. Again, as an option buyer, the bigger risk is many a times we make money for 15, 20 days. You mentioned about 90% of the traders lose money in option buying, right? Why is that? It's purely because they keep compounding the capital, which I normally don't suggest them. Imagine if
Okay.
your capital is around 1 lakh, keep it 1 lakh and then use that over a period of time. Most importantly, you will be like an able to earn for a particular period, maybe 1, 2 months. The market would be giving you all the right moves. Whatever that you touch, it might become gold. Everything is fine. The third month, you will immediately think, I think with 1 lakh, I'm able to consistently make 20,000 a month and I'm making 40,000 in 2 months. Imagine if I would have deployed 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. That is where
Hmm.
the big question mark comes in. So third month,
Hmm.
from 1 lakh, they normally go to like in 10 lakh or 20 lakh, and then the market patterns would have changed by the time you get in. And 1, 2 days, you will completely lose your plot, and then you will lose almost 20 or 30 or 40%. I have seen some people blowing out their entire capital. In that scenario, again, you will be like in going back to square one. Not only square one, what are the money which you have made in the last 2 months? Apart from
That's
that,
also.
you would have lost like in a big chunk of money, which is going to be a problem. So never ever increase your capital. Try to keep your capital at the same level and then keep start trading at a consistent manner.
So Shiva, when do we actually finally decide that okay, now that I've actually got that uh,
I normally look at every 6 months. Say, for example, after 6 months, imagine if I'm trying to trade with two lots, then
mm-hmm.
increase it to four lots, then increase it to eight lots, then increase it to 16 lots. You just needed to review your performance every 3 months to 6 months. Like, and if
Okay.
you're a super learner and if you're able to come, like, and understand and decode the markets very well, probably 3 months is good. But if you're like not a good learner and if you're really worried about the
Hmm.
capital and other things, then you should at least look at 6 months to get a consistency before increasing it to the next level.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Shiva, one more question that since TradingView is running a great discount, I think they do it once in a year.
True.
And a lot of people use TradingView for their charting analysis. And since this will be more on charting apart from data, along with
Right.
data, so
Right.
can a user actually trade this strategy scalping only with the trading view subscription?
Only with trading view subscription, it's going to be really difficult. The reason is, imagine if the data is showing here on the downside. On the trading view, you don't get to see the open interest, which we are providing it in the OI Pulse platform. So this is, again, we are integrated with the trading view, and we are providing the OI Pulse along with the advanced chart. Here we get to see the trade history and also the open interest. Along with
Hmm.
that, we also generate the signals. This is like an AI generated signals. Whenever
Hmm.
all the parameters getting fulfilled, we have certain strategies like the two candle theory or the golden crossover or the crossover. Whenever those
Hmm.
strategies is getting deployed, automatically the signals will be getting generated, and it will also give me some guidance. Okay, there are certain parameters which is getting filled, and then like, yes, we are working on certain elements wherein the signals can be initiated at the levels at which it is showing up as a trade on the trading view charts itself. But there are few brokers who are given the options to trade directly from the trading view charts. But if you ask me whether only trading view is enough for you to decode the data, no. I would love to see the
Will-
data like this, wherein I needed to know how the IV levels are, how the open interest is rising and falling on a respective strike, and whether there is a VWAP on that particular strike is getting respected or not. And once it is broken, how they have been adding the positions. All these things I would require some data, mostly on the OI, wherein I would require to track the trending OI data, all those things. So 1D trading view, probably some can do it, but may not be me.
So basically, we'll probably need a trading view along with an OI Pulse
That's right.
software, which can give you a complete, you know, package where you can comfortably execute the entire strategy in however we learn it. Right.
Absolutely. So rather than they going for the TradingView subscription, we have given most of the features which is available in TradingView along with whatever my default setup. So whenever a particular indices, either Bank Nifty or Nifty, whenever it crosses more than 50K or like an 125K, those are volume parameters. We have clearly given how you needed to identify that, because that will be
Mm.
in dark red or dark green. So which will help
Mhm.
me to understand that these
Okay, this.
indices have fulfilled my parameters and ready to go and take a trade. And if you look at it, whenever it is crossing the VWAP, I normally look for the volumes. So if you look at it, it was not at the same time, but once it crossed, I was getting some volume. So people were expecting some kind of a move. But considering it is after 2:30, we normally avoid after 2:30. So 2:30 to 3:30 is the time where we normally needed to avoid, considering that is like an area wherein market is positioning themselves for expiry and also for tomorrow's play.
Shiva, one more question. Like normally, as an intraday scalper, it's every day is a new day. Uh,
True.
so there could be days where you don't really get a trade at all. There could be days where you get
Absolutely.
two, three, four times entry, whatever. However, so is it important, like for a user to actually do his homework, looking at the higher time frames, daily, daily charts, or maybe 2 hourly charts, where how the markets has behaved the previous day and the week, to actually get ready for, like, what the market could offer us for the day?
So yes, Suchi, like and we normally like and as a scalper, people ask me, Shiva, like why you wanted to look at the daily charts when you're a
Hmm.
scalper, you just needed to. Yes, as a scalper, I needed to know the intraday trend. So I needed to know where exactly the support is going to be, where exactly the resistance is going to be. All those are important even as a scalper. So if you look at it, this is my 3 minute chart, but I also have a daily chart available to me. So I would normally look at only 3 minute and daily chart. I don't use 15 minutes or hourly. These two charts are more than sufficient. Why I use the daily charts? Daily charts give me the confidence whether the market is like trying to break out from a level or whether it is going to be getting a support. Now, for Nifty, what is the level at which it is playing today? It is clearly heading towards that 19,810 mark.
19,800, 850, yes. Yeah.
Now, if you look at this is on a 3 minute time frame. Will you be able to say whether it is a breakout? No. But if you look at it on a daily time frame, it clearly trying to do a breakout. Can you see this?
Yep.
So usually, like, and if you would have been seeing in the last 3 months from September to now, the market has been area having a resistance somewhere around this level. So in October,
Absolutely.
it tried to break out a couple of times, it couldn't. And even in this month, one, two, three, four, and today is the fifth day wherein it is trying to form a perfect, like you can call it like a hammer kind of a formation, but this is almost a good one for me. Why I would say it is a good one? Though Bank Nifty has a negative news and everything, Nifty
Hmm.
doesn't seem to be bothered. And more importantly, Reliance, which has been a laggard, which is the index heavyweight, has been performing. And then comes the Infi. Infi also has been a laggard along with the TCS. All these three are performing well in discounting all the banking stocks. If these guys can continue to perform, you can easily expect another 200 to 300 point move. Moreover, I'll just show you the data also for the day. So if you look at the Nifty data on a 60-minute time frame, you can clearly see most of the time these guys are bullish from yesterday.
Yep.
Due to Bank Nifty pressure, there was a moment wherein the market started to fall even on the Nifty. But by end of the day, they also closed it in the green by 30 odd points, which is a very positive sign. Unless and until they go and break yesterday's low, that is like in today's low, I'm going to be extremely bullish on Nifty for tomorrow's morning trade. And also, I would be looking cleanly for this level. If this level of 19,750 is getting broken, then probably yes, Hall Hill can break loose on the downside. Till the time, it will be a buy on dips market for me for the day, provided the Dow doesn't do any major disappointments tonight. And the
Yep.
way the troops is being announced in the Middle East, I'm expecting some positive cues to be coming in tonight and tomorrow. We can expect a big move happening on the Nifty for tomorrow.
So yes, what I understand is apart from learning the entire process in the master class, we also need to have a holistic view on the macros and the holistic view on the indices, and I think the users can get that with stockage and
Totally. I
club
think
in.
Suji, like, and I just needed to take a couple of more minutes to tell them that, like, and yes, those are also going to be important. So that's the
Yes.
reason if you look at our master class, what we have designed. So first we have shown what is the difference between a buying and a selling. Because you
Yes.
can be a buyer, you can be a seller. I'm not going to be saying anyone who joins the session need to be a buyer. No. You needed to choose based on your personality and the personality attribute, which like you may be like very good at holding the positions. Honestly, I cannot hold the positions beyond 15 minutes. That's the reason I became a scalper. So you needed to know what is your unique attribute and then choose according to that. So we would have covered the topics in terms of buying, selling, what are the pros and cons in both, and then what are the different trading styles which you can adopt to, either intraday or a scalping or a swing or short-term swing trading or whatever that suits you. Then, why scalping? What are the importance of scalping and how scalping can help intraday traders and how quickly you will be able to get out of an emotion? Imagine all your trading activity, entering and exiting, happens within 10 minutes. You don't need it to be worried about intraday volatility. All your trades
Absolutely.
would be done by 10 o'clock and you can go and concentrate on something else. So we would have explained all those things. And also, we have also shown not only our markets, how we needed to be tracking the global markets and how it can have an impact. When I look at the data, I normally look at the Dow futures, how the Asian markets are performing, how the European markets are performing, how the dollar index, the crude, and then the USD INR. All these will have an impact. So we needed to be
Yes.
tracking that. That has been explained here. And we also gone into the details of India VIX, how it can have an impact. So if you look at the VIX chart today, it jumped in the morning and then started to falter. So those are also very important. In a bullish market, I want the VIX to be falling. So that has been happening in the second half, which is a very good sign. So that has been covered. And we also gone into deep in terms of the OI. So how to understand the OI, what is the calculation, how you needed to interpret the four quadrants which is there, the long build up, short covering, long unwinding. Everything has been covered along with the implied volatility. Implied volatility is going to be very important if you're a buyer because otherwise you will get to know that the futures is going to be moving, but your option prices may not move on certain days. So that's the reason we have covered the topics on the implied volatility and along with the chart indicators which I use that has also been shared in this one. Plus, we have shared all the important trading strategies, be it two candle theory, OI expiry day strategy, trending OI crossover, golden crossover, the gap theory, opening trade, the BTST, and then the open and high trade. So we have covered most of the important
I think
strategies
it's
which
all. I think it is everything. Have you not left any stone unturned? The holistic
absolutely
view on the markets and everything. I think, uh, if not anything, I'm definitely going to go through all the videos and learn this, take up this course because it's really, really interesting. With because especially we have all sorts of markets. Sometimes it's gap up, sometimes it's low volatility, sometimes it's trending. So yes, I think. quite an interesting setup. And
I think the users will definitely love it, considering most of the strategies are not going to be available anywhere on the internet or anywhere on the
absolutely.
any social media platforms. Considering these are like in curated courses, and most importantly, it has been curated by me. So if you talk about be it a golden crossover or the two candle theory, I think these are the unique strategies which I have developed over the past few years.
Shiva, there's a question by Mr. Nayan that is 5 minutes, like, can we actually use a 5 minute chart for scalping? Since you've
Yes.
mentioned about 3 minutes, and 5 minutes
Yeah,
is
either
easily.
a 3 minute or 5 minutes is absolutely fine, but 1 minute, do not use it. It's way too
Hmm.
fast.
Okay. Okay. So,
The only thing
I.
is, you just need to
Hmm.
calculate the volume parameters based on the 5 minute instead of the 3 minute.
Okay. So I think I would request all my users here, all my viewers, that you can definitely go out and check out this course. Go through the entire course curriculum, um, and in case if you feel that yes, you are the person who are fit and who wants to do active trading, active scalping, and intraday trading, because Shiva has also taught swing trading, also, which is like for a longer time frame. Please and check out this course. You can Shiva has come out with a promo code which says Shiva
Yes.
15. Now this is a surprise, Shiva. This I was
Suji, like
absolutely
since I am like
unaware
Mr. to
of.
the team, I thought let me also give the small surprise to all of you. So, guys,
Yes.
anyone who is enrolling today, you can use the Siva 15 as a promo code on the Elearn Markets website. You will be able to get it 15% off. So, this offer will be for limited period. Please make use of it. And good thing is, we are also going to have a live session. So, once you complete this program module, we will be having a live session on December 9th, and then there will be a follow-up class as well that will also be announced. So, wherein whatever the strategies which you have learned in the markets, I would love to show you that how in the
Yes.
market we will be able to decode it as well. So, those are the
Hmm.
things which we have planned to cover along with this course, Suji.
Great, great. I think this is a sure shot win, and I think I know there's no holy grail in the market, but this course definitely looks like one if learn it properly and then execute it properly within a disciplined way. So definitely, at the end of
Same.
the day, yes, I think can make some good alpha out of the market. So thank you, Shiva. I think that was a great. I think knowledge by you for e-learn market users, and I'm sure people who are actually focused in the markets will make use of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I hope all your participants and your Elon Market viewers will be able to get the benefit out of it. And team, any strategies which you're going to be learning, do not try to apply it on day one with like in a full force, thinking that like and since Shiva is like an used it will work. Market is a pattern, and each and every strategy works, and then like and there will be a lull period, and then it will work again. So you needed to know when and how you needed to adapt and apply these strategies. Those are the things which we have covered in the program as well. So go through that. You will get a fair insight about how we have done that.
Okay.
So
Also,
thanking you
there's a
all.
question. Also, there's a question that will this course be recorded or live? So it's basically this masterclass is a mix of both. You'll be have pre-recorded sessions also, which you can view according to your availability of time, and then there'll be live classes also where you'll be interacting directly with Shiva and clearing out all your doubts and going through all these strategies and everything. So it's basically a mix of both. So yes, just go through e-learn markets and check out the course. Thank you. Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Suchi.
so much.